Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Habs Episode Hockey. We're back to another video on the channel. Today's video, I'm gonna be making why the Habs should draft defenseman 6'2", 187 pounds, the big defenseman David Reinbacher. The reason because I think that Habs could use a guy like him, and he's a good defenseman. He can play and all that. Even though the Habs don't really need a defenseman, we got a good defensive core. But it would be always nice to get another big, good defenseman to make Montreal one of the best decors in the league in the future. And Montreal could possibly as well. Montreal has been talked to getting David Reinbacher. He could be a really good defenseman to the Habs core, the Habs play. But I think Montreal needs more a pure goal scorer, a pure elite talent guy that can make a game changer. And this guy could make a game changer here. So we look at David Reinbacher's thing. David Reinbacher's elite prospects thing. We look at his stats and all that. He's a good defenseman. Look at his stats here. You get a beautiful defenseman. He's playing insane for like a defenseman. You look up here. He plays well. You can tell he's in a different league, so it makes it hard for him. 3 points in 7 games international with Austria. He's Austrian, and you look at him and you see the numbers, and he's producing pretty well. Like you look at a guy, he's big size, he's big, he's a big defenseman. He has a lot of pounds in him. He can play well, but like, I can see this guy being a future first pair, maybe even a second pair defenseman for the Montreal case. If Montreal drafts this guy, he played fantastic top 4 minutes, top 2 minutes. You look at his thing in that, and you see, oh, this and this. Also, we're gonna look at the Montreal Canadiens thing. Montreal's initial, we're gonna look at his scouting report. So he's for the 2022-23 season. He played for the EHC Cloton. And he was born on October 25th, 2004. Place of birth was Hohenems, Austria. He is 6'2", 187 pounds. Shoots right. He's a right-handed defenseman. His end draft eligibility is 2023. Scouts have him on 5th for Central Scouts. The Hockey Writers have him on 15th. He's 10th on the Hockey Writers ballot sheet. FC Hockey 20th. TSN McKenzie put him on 20th. Wow, he could go. I feel like he should go earlier than that. Elite Prospect put him on 12th. McKean's Hockey put him on 26th. Dauber Prospects put him on 16th. Sportsnet put him on 9th. And the Hockey Nets put him on 15th. David Reinbacher's fame has been steadily increasing throughout the 2022-23 season. Reinbacher is the most NHL defenseman available in the company. He's the best one available, pretty much. He is right-handed and has a good frame that NHL gentlemen covet in their defenders. Reinbacher also has an offensive flair to his game, making him a legitimate top two-way threat. Reinbacher has had 22 points in 46 games as an 18-year-old in a men's league. Roman Josi had 8 points in 45 games in this draft year, while playing in the same league. About David Reinbacher, he's elite. He's playing against men too, and he's playing this fantastic. This is going to be a good draft for Montreal. And if Montreal could draft, if Montreal does get this guy, you're getting a really good defenseman who Montreal could use. But we have a couple two-way defensemen that I think Montreal could keep in the future. But Montreal could also use a two-way defenseman. So, Reinbacher has an incredibly high defensive IQ. He always finds the open man and eliminates the threat in his zone. He is strong in front of his own net and aggressively moves opponents out of that high danger area. Reinbacher makes great defensive reads and is rarely caught scrambling because he was out of position. He engages physically with opposing players but does not chase hits that would compromise his defensive positions. Reinbacher is not the most dynamic offensive threat. He prefers to keep his offensive game simple, often gaining shots to the net so that the forwards can pounce on and sharing rebounds. With only 3 goals to go along with 19 assists, it's clear that he isn't a sniper from the back end. Reinbacher is an efficient passer. Again, he keeps the game simple so that his forward teammates can produce. The times his pinches well so his team can maintain zone time and sometimes floats down low in the zone to give the puck carrier another passing option. This guy is going to be well. He is a great passer, I heard. I've seen his highlights. He's fantastic. He has good passes. We'll show in the video of some plays of him. He has 3 goals and 90 assists. He's a good guys. He's a fantastic passer. He pretty much likes to keep the game simple and gives his forwards producing. His maintain his own time. He likes to have a lot of time. He's up slat. He likes to be good. So Reinbacher is an average skater with good edges and good speed. He doesn't have a lot of top end speed, but because of his excellent position, he doesn't need to hustle muscle most of the time. Reinbacher has enough speed to outskate forecheckers and opponents pursuing dump-ins. With more time and focused development, he can utilize his strength to become more dynamic in his offense and quicker in his acceleration. Reinbacher has the physical tools that teams love adding to their blue line. The physical maturity at this age gives him a very high floor. I expect him to go in the top 15 wins, but I wouldn't be surprised if he goes in the top 10. I do agree. He is a good defenseman. And that. On the rush, he makes it difficult for the attacker to beat him wide or to have access to try and go between his legs and stick. In a defensive zone, he is tough to play against. In his defensive, if defense actively with a stick and body to hold the play to the outside. He's very good at defensive. He's a very good defensive. He's a good physicality guy. He can play well defensively. He wants to get better on offense. If he can play better on offense too, that would make him a shutdown defenseman pretty well. He's a good two-way guy. And I can see Montreal drafting this guy. He'll be pretty well. Reinbacher is a force in traditions, active in all 3 zones, and proficient at generating defensive stops. He's a powerful, agile skater, but where he stands out for me is his commitment and ability to read the play and then react as a quality defensive defenseman. He's played massive minutes as the first time draft eligible in Switzerland top men's league. His strengths are defensive IQ, physicality, strength, and highly competitive. Yeah. Under construction improvement. He needs to improve on his, I agree, offensive ability. Reinbacher's forward is that of a top 4 defenseman with second unit power duties. If he finds a new gear in the offensive player league, he could be a top pair defenseman that way. Otherwise, he's paired with a more offensive-minded partner who can cover for him. His offense 6 out of 10 and his defensive is 9 out of 10. He's helped his awards and achievements. He's helped EAC Cloton win the championship in the Swiss League and receive a promotion to the National League in the 2021-22 season. What an alternate captain for Team Australia in the U20 World Junior Championships in 2022-23. You look here, you see some very fantastic stats. Beautiful stats you would like to see. I'm going to show you guys a highlight here. But there's more. You pretty much saw there. He played good physicality there. He just did a big hit and all that. But now, before we end this video, I think the Habs should draft this guy because he's a fantastic defenseman. He can play hard. He can play well in great moments. And he just needs to work out a defensive game. And I feel like this guy has good time. He has a good ceiling. He can play well for this team. And I think Montreal could use a guy like that. So, yeah. I'm going to show you guys now this highlight here. And I'm going to shut my mouth while letting you guys listen to this. Look at this highlight. His goal and assist in NHL playoffs. Look at this. You look at his pass, you see that, and it goes in. What a beautiful pass. What a beautiful one-timer by Reinbacher. You see he puts the size in, he plays hard, you see that, and it goes in sliding. Beautiful pass. You look at his position, he knows what to do. Great pass. Passes it to him, or goes wide and scores with that beautiful one-timer, beautiful setup by David Reinbacher. So this is it for the video. And I feel like Montreal Canadiens could draft this guy. It's probably not likely, but this guy has good potential. This guy can play. This guy can, in the dirty areas, he's a good physical guy, good defensive guy, and this guy could potentially be a Montreal Canadian very soon. If Montreal drafts him. This guy has potential to be a very good defenseman, like I said, and Montreal could really love to draft this guy if they draft him because he's a good defenseman. So this is a video. Hope you guys enjoy. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, hit notifications. I'll be making more videos on these stuff. Why Montreal should draft them. There'll be more players in. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.